recording. So I'm here with Dr. Salz and Dr. Seibel and wanted to ask them about Dr. Salz's surgery. So I'll start with you, Dr. Seibel. Go ahead.
And what are your questions?
So you did Dr. Salz's surgery today, and I was just wondering, what was your treatment plan for surgery? What has your experience been with laser cataract surgery? And then I'll pass it on to Dr. Salz, who can explain what his firsthand experience was.
Well, my patient and former professor who attended me on my early cataract surgeries at USC had cataract that was significant enough for surgery. And the plan was interesting because he'd had previous keratorefractive surgery, himself being a pioneer in that field, having had several refractive procedures on himself with incisional keratotomies and a follow-up topographic guided PRK. So calculation was a challenge. Fortunately, I had my patient help me with about 5 or 6 different topographies that he got in various locations, various equipment, and calling on our friends from around the country to chime in, including Jack Holliday and Doug Koch and other luminaries in this field. So I'm always happy to have the help. And interestingly, I calculated it my usual way too, and we all ended up at about the same number. The surgical procedure itself, I used many of the techniques that I learned from Dr. Salz, and we're able to go beyond that because of technology that we've added since that time, including the femtosecond laser, the AMO Optomedica Catalyst unit that I had the privilege of actually working on with the scientists, physicists, and engineers up in Silicon Valley and Stanford, developing and actually bringing that technology to market. And it allows a degree of precision that simply can't be matched by human hand. I like to think I do a good job. I like to think that Dr. Salz taught me to do a good job. Laser's a little bit better, and that extra degree of precision and accuracy was something that we wanted to incorporate in his surgery. And so we did use the femtosecond laser for some of the key incisions in the procedure, and then followed up with ultrasound. And I will let him take over as far as the actual experience and results.
All right, Dr. Salz.
Yes, it was a fun experience for me. Having done it, I wanted to see what it felt like as a patient. And I've done many LASIK surgeries with the femtosecond laser. And I was expecting to feel more pressure on my eye, but the Catalyst has a unique system. You don't really have to applanate the eye firmly like you do with a femtosecond laser for cataract surgery because it has a fluid interface. So Barry put it on, and I was thinking, well, I wonder how long this is going to take. And all of a sudden he said, we're finished. And I didn't feel anything. I felt no pressure. I was aware of the light. Kind of you're looking at a little light flashing, but you don't really feel or sense anything going on. And so he did the capsulorhexis, which is I'm sure a perfectly round picture, circle. We'll have to look at it and see how round it is, and soften the nucleus a little bit. I have not a very healthy endothelium, and that helped us minimize the energy for the phaco part. But I thought that whole experience was great, and the surgical procedure, I was relaxed. He had done my other eye, I think 7 years ago or something like that, and I didn't have any problem with that eye. And we have a good team at specialty surgery. The anesthesiologist gave me just enough joy juice that I was happy. But I was awake during the whole thing. I could hear the procedure going on. He had me move my eye a couple times, and everything went fine. And I immediately, they handed me a bottle of, I think it was cranberry juice in the recovery room. And naturally, I'm so curious. I'm sitting there reading the label on the cranberry juice with the left eye that we had just done better than in my right eye, and that was our target. We're targeting me to be a little bit nearsighted, and the one thing we did use, it might help a little bit. Our calculations called for a 20.5 lens, and when we did the aura measurements in surgery after my cataract was removed, that was not going to make me quite nearsighted enough, so we increased it to, I believe we used a 21 as the final power. And so Jack Holliday, if you're watching this, you said 20 and a half, you were pretty darn close, and we used the aura to bump it up a half. We did not find that the aura helped much on the astigmatism. It didn't give us the access that we expected, so we did not choose to put a toric implant in. If I have any significant astigmatism, we could address that with incisional surgery with the Catalyst later, but since it's going to be a reading eye, I don't think I even have to worry about the astigmatism. I'm pretty sure the vision is going to be fine. So all in all, thank you, Barry, for a good job. And thank Catalyst for being available. It was great.